Welcome back to Spring into Math 8. I'm Mr. Burns, and here's our topic for today. Decimal value of a radical number. First, we need to talk about the topic of square roots and how you find a square root. So to find a square root of a number, you need to find a number when multiplied by itself gives you the original number. In this example, we find the square root of 16. We ask ourselves, what number multiplies by itself to make 16? In this case, we have 4 times 4, which equals 16. So therefore, we can say that the square root of the number 16 is equal to 4. We also want to make sure we review the symbol for square roots. It's listed here. It looks like a division sign with an extra little check mark on the outside. Here's a basic list of what I call perfect squares. Perfect squares are square roots that reduce to perfect whole numbers. For example, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 25 is 5, the square root of 81 is 9, and the square root of 100 is 10. So those are some perfect squares that we need to probably work on memorizing to make your life a little easier. So what happens when you don't have a perfect number in your square root? Well, if you need to find a square root of a number that does not have a perfect whole number, you can determine which two perfect squares it falls between and go from there. So let's take a look at the example of the square root of 30. First, you can see that the square root of 30 does not have a perfect whole number answer. So we must ask ourselves, what two perfect squares does it fall through, or in between, excuse me? Well, I know that 5 times 5 is 25, and that 6 times 6 is 36, and between 25 and 36, the number 30 falls. So we can say that the square root of 30 is somewhere between the number 5 and 6. Well, we can finish up our finding the square root of 30 by a little guess and check. And I'm going to go ahead and start in the middle to see whether I can go up or down. So I'm going to check what 5.5 times 5.5 is. And when I multiply those two together, I get 30.25. And 30.25 is awfully close to our number we're looking for, which in this case is 30. So when doing an estimate of writing an equation or for a square root, and you see those two squiggly lines, that means approximately. So I can say that the square root of 30 is approximately 5.5. That's it for today, guys. Good luck solving.